this all about? Today I'm using chicken minced meat. You can use pork. I'm just using the chicken. So 500 grams of chicken. We're just gonna mix my favorite dumpling that I make and we keep away. You can actually prepare in advance and then freeze packed it and then store in the freezer compartment. And when you need to cook, let's say for steamboat or you want to cook a fried version, you can actually cook it. So today I'm cooking noodles and with these dumplings. So I have dumpling skin here on standby, yeah, and chicken mixed with 500 grams of prawn. This is already prawn. So I just put in the prawn. So it's equal proportion, meat and fish, or meat and prawn. In this case, I use prawn. So you can add a little bit of fish paste if you like, but in this case, I didn't use fish paste. I just use chicken and prawn. So normally I will still add fish paste, about $1 or $2 of fish paste you can add in. And I have vegetables that go in there. What kind of vegetables are these? Let me show you guys. Today because normally I use garlic chives. Today I'm using cabbage. So there's a lot of cabbage here to go in. So let me just put half in first and mix. So just mix in. I also have some spring onions here to give it a more flavor. So I'm just keeping some for garnishing and just mix it evenly. And in this, I'm going to add some special ingredients to show you guys what's inside, what's special inside, which is my secret recipe. So I'm really sharing my secret recipe over here. If you guys have watched me last year, I believe I've actually done something similar. If I'm not wrong, the last time I used pork. So more veggie. For those of you who have kids who doesn't like veggie, is a great way to hide away the vegetables inside the dumpling. So I'm just going to use my hands to make sure it's evenly mixed before I add the other stuff in. I haven't added my special ingredients yet. So if you guys are there watching me, some people like the crunchy part of prawns, then you don't chop it up like me. I make it the minced version. Okay, I'm going to show you my secret ingredients. It's this. So you must be wondering what is this secret ingredients that's going inside the dumpling. This is actually sole fish. Let me show you how does it look like. Looks like that. It's just dried fish version. Yeah, so it looks like that. Can you see? Yeah. So we have powdered up. Yeah, and it will add a lot of flavor into the whole mix. However, I'm going to just do the seasoning first right now. So what the seasoning that goes in here? We're just going to put some light soy sauce. So some light soy sauce. About 2 tablespoons. Thereabout. Okay, to 3. Because I got a lot of veggies, I'm going to add a little bit more. So more taste. Anyway, it will be into the water as we boil. So some of the saltiness will actually be removed out of this later. I actually put some Chinese wine to give it flavor. You can skip Chinese wine if you don't have it. It's not a crucial one. Okay, I'll just do 3 here. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of soy sauce. So it's about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Then sesame oil. This is a drizzle. Okay, here's about a table and a half will do. Then just mix. I'm going to add vegetable granules. How much vegetable granules? This is 1/2 tablespoon, so I'll just do 1 tablespoon. And then just mix it evenly. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be very salty at this juncture because there's a special ingredient coming in here, which is this. This is the sole fish. Yeah, this is dried fish. So just add in. This is 2 tablespoons. I like a lot of this actually, but don't overdo it because it's very salty. So this is 3 tablespoons. Then just mix in first and adjust accordingly the taste. Mix first. So you can tell when you mix in, it's still not a lot of color, right? Because I have a lot of ingredient. Then I just adjust in more of the sole fish. So this is the 4th tablespoon. So like I said, this is about 500 grams of meat, chicken meat, and 500 grams of fish with a lot of veggie. Spring onions and cabbage in this case. So you can see. Yeah, I'm a bit overdose with this, but I like it. So this is choice. You can don't add this last tablespoon. I just like the sole fish, so I'm gonna just add 1 more. And you do about 4 tablespoons is enough because some people don't really like too fishy. So you just add about 4 tablespoons. So mix this evenly. You can crack an egg if you want to seal them together, but I'm not doing the egg. I don't think I have to. So the filling of the dumpling is ready. Like I said, you can use different type. You can use pork or you can use chicken. So you can add fish paste if you like in here. It's quite nice with fish paste. I don't have fish paste today. I didn't add. You can add that. Or you can use pork. Okay, that's all. I bought the dumpling skin, the pastry. So you can tell it's a bit thick on. There are 2 pieces here. I'm just going to break it up. All you have to do is just put this dumpling in. Yeah, how much filling is really up to you. You want more skin versus meat. Yeah, I like that. Just wrap like that. Then you put a thin layer of flour. You put a thin layer of flour and then you put into the boxes, the containers, and you can store these away with some flour so they don't stick on. And you can put plastic sheets in between or baking paper into a container, and then you can store these 1 by 1 in the freezer after you make them. Then you can serve it when you have guests or when you feel like having dumpling. So this can be made in advance like that. So I'm just going to cook 1 portion to show you guys how does it look like. So this is good to serve already. Okay, so we have a few pieces. I'm going to cook the rest for you. This is the tray that I put them on. Let's get down to cooking. And this is the soup base on the side that's being prepared. This is actually the prawns that was fried. So we just have to boil this soup base, and then cook the noodles. So like I said, like the noodles that I'm using today, this is the noodle that I'm using for the noodle that I'm using. Yeah, this is a Cantonese style noodle. It comes with the soup pack, but because I'm cooking my own version of soup, so I'm not using it. But I can always keep this soup pack for in future if I want to cook something else. Yeah, so this is a noodle. This one you just need boiling water to cook it later. You can see there's garlic in here. Garlic, ginger. So when you fry, when you deshell, right? Once you wash a prawn, you deshell it. Then you want to fry it really dry with ginger and garlic. So once it's done, right, then you can actually have the soup base. Make sure it's fully boiled. You can see it's boiling. So obviously, because this is only the prawn head, right? So we have to just add flavoring later. Let me show you what is the base for the dry noodles. You want to see the base that I use for dry noodles? Just anyhow mix, no, home style mix. So on the side, right, while we are preparing this, you can prepare the base of the noodles. Typically, I use plum sauce, plum vinegar, oyster sauce, and chili sauce, depending on which brand you use, of course. I'm not doing the brand part. I'm just showing what I use. Yeah. So these are the main ingredients that goes into the base for the dry noodles. Meanwhile, I have to be ready on standby because my soup is boiling. So it's about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Then about also a tablespoon of vinegar, this plum vinegar. Okay, if you like more vinegar, you can add more. And then about another spoon of chili sauce. If you take chili, this is sweet chili, so it's not spicy at all. So you can also add a drizzle of sesame sauce. Okay, that's all for the mix. And then just mix in the sauce. And this for the noodles. Okay. So later you can add a little bit of soup base in here for a bit of flavor when you put in the noodles. So this is on this. My soup is almost ready. I'm gonna just So this is a soup base for our soup. If you want to serve with some soup rather than just all dry, right? Because it's dry noodles. This is back to the stove to boil the dumpling. Just show it here so it's closer. So over here, go back on the stove. You can put in some veggie. I'm putting in some veggie. In this case, cabbage again, since I have a lot of cabbage today. You can use green veggie. I just use what I have right now. And now you can also put the dumpling in to boil. We just have to cook the noodles at the side as well. So I'm just going to cook the noodles. Simple cooking, right? So the dumpling is cooked here. You can cover it up, of course. Let it boil. Make sure it's thoroughly cooked. And here we're making sure the hot water is boiling before I put in the noodles to cook. And the sauce is on standby. If you want it a little bit more salty, you can always add a little bit of soy sauce here. Yeah. Just make sure you thoroughly cook the meat. So as you cook this dumpling, right, the soup will become more and more tasty. And this same dumpling, right, you can fry it as well. Then you have the fried version. And in this soup base, what I can do is I can also add a little bit of vegetable granules for flavor later. So I'm just going to add a little bit here. This is almost ready, you can see. Boiling. And I'll put my noodles in. Just a few seconds. You can tell the noodle is cooked very fast because you don't want it overcooked for this noodle. It's actually cooked already. So what I want to do is I put it into the cold water to stop the cooking. Over here, this is the cold water. I just put into the cold water to stop the cooking. And then make sure you dry it so that it's still springy. And just mix in. Add a little bit of the soup base, just a little bit. And then you can serve with veggie. And the dumpling. Dumpling is cooked already. So it's quite a big dumpling, right? You can see. Another one. Add in the spring onion. And we have the dumpling noodle ready. Can you see? So easy, right? Yeah, this is slightly softer already. Slightly overcooked the skin, so it turns a bit to whitish, but it's okay. It's still alright. So then serve with a bowl of soup. And that's all for dinner today. Simple, right? Yeah. So you can add some cut chili for colors. Over here, I don't have the cut chili, so it is just a flat color. And you can tell there's noodles at the back, which is here. The noodle with the sauce. Yeah, so you just have to mix in the sauce. That's all. Easy to make, right? So that's all for today. Dumpling noodles for dinner. Bye for now.